on her time at the beginning, she is just trying to make friends with her coworkers, trying to learn, because at least for Japanese ins, what anime has taught us.
Ah, yes.
Because all my knowledge of Japanese culture comes from anime. So yeah.
Oh yes, please forgive us. We will try our best.
Yeah.
But hello and welcome everybody. Execute Order 66.
Oh,
wait a second. Wait. That's the wrong.
Let's kill all the Weebs.
Wait. Well, we're Jobless Weebs again, coming to you with another episode. This one is going to be fun, I hope. It's going to be about a good one, and so we'll talk about that soon. How have you been lately, though? With the cool shades and all.
I know, yeah. I'm Marco, the big chat Mexican. No, I mean, I wish I could say I have the cool shades because I'm cool, but no, it's... I have an eye problems, but I didn't want that to stop me from recording today, so
yeah.
Instead of having people looking at a freak, I'd rather have been people like looking at a chat. So just for today, I'm the Chad Brown Mexican. How are you, Brian?
Awesome. Oh, I'm doing pretty good. I survived this week, and yep, I sped run through quite a few episodes this week, but I haven't quite yet started every anime I wanted to for this new season. So hopefully I'll catch up this weekend, and of course all the ones that actually haven't started yet.
Yeah, I've been actually
there are a few.
Watching. I finished Dr. House.
Oh my god. Nice. How many? It's like eight
seasons.
8 seasons. Oh, okay.
Of 40-minute each episode. So
wow, yeah. So you went through the whole show just recently.
Yeah. So I've been watching a lot of normal people shows. And I mean, those are for normal people.
Oh yes.
For most of it.
Yeah, for the most part, yeah. A normie show.
But I started another normal people show. Mm-hmm. But no, I've been watching and studying some other animes. They're really good.
Yeah.
But I mean, I have Amazon Prime, and I think I've watched most of the animes that Amazon Prime has for free, so like I'm paying for it, so I might as well use it. So
gotta use it. Yeah, that's right.
But oh boy, yeah, today we're gonna talk about an anime from PA Works.
Yeah,
I think it's
PA Works.
I would
one of
like
my favorite studios.
I love PA Works. I have a soft spot for PA Works.
Yes,
and I actually have never looked into when they were created. Have you?
Oh, the studio itself?
Yeah.
No, I haven't. Yeah, that'd be kind of cool to cover for this episode.
They were founded on November 10 of 2000.
Oh, wow, there you go. 2000, turn of the century.
Yeah, and if you guys are like veteran weebs, you should probably know Pierre Works from shows like Angel Beats, Another, Charlotte,
oh, I love
Shirobako, that we also have an episode on Shirobako.
We do. Mm-hmm. Plastic Memories,
of course.
Gosh. Yeah, just some unforgettable anime.
Yeah, and for most recent ones, The Day I Became a God, Paripi Kamen, the current one airing right now, Akiba Maid Wars, and also Ampare Ranma.
Oh yes.
But we have some others like Fairy Gone.
Didn't they do the aqua type of white sand? Oh, there it is. Yeah, right there. Yep.
And so, I mean, overall, they have like a pretty wide range of anime.
They do, covering a lot of different topics of life. A lot of them are like coming of age. I would probably say very dramatic too, on pretty much everything they do.
Yeah.
It's a very big mainstay for
I mean, I
works.
love the stories.
Yeah.
I would dare to say that I liked probably like 8 or 9 out of 10 animes they make.
Ah, there you go. Very high praise right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's incredible.
Because for the audiences, they go from like shoujo,
yeah,
shonen, seinen.
yeah, they do. Yeah, so all sorts, all
Yeah,
ages.
and all their stories are pretty well tell.
Yeah, I think so. Just the
I think that the stories are
structure.
really well crafted, and
Yeah.
I mean, let's just stop beating around the bush
Oh yes,
and make us the honor with
This-
the name.
yes. So the one we're talking about today is Hanasaku Iroha, and it's the anime about the girl who's basically sent to work at a bathhouse. Yep, or like an inn, Japanese style inn, and yeah, she's only 16, but she's put to work, lickety split, like. Yeah, so it's a pretty good anime. It's about it is 26 episodes, with a movie also thrown in there. It's basically a coming of age story, and it was released in 2011, if I do believe.
Yep.
2011. This show, it just throws you straight into the thick of things, and it has drama out the wazoo in this story. It's a pretty simple cast. It starts out with the main girl. She is, of course, still in high school. She's living with her mom at this point in time of her life, but then she's thrown out of that life when the mother says, "Yep, I'm gonna try living with my boyfriend from now on." And so,
I mean, she's eloping because her
Exactly,
boyfriend is
yeah,
in
exactly.
some shady stuff. So they're like, "Oh yeah, we gotta hide." It's like,
right. And so
What?
what the crap? So already we know the mother is kind of not like super responsible or maybe adult like or whatnot. Ohana, she has to basically fend for herself, or well, she's kicked out. To be more accurate, she's kicked out of the house because the mom is eloping, and she's sent to her grandmother.
yeah. So, what I liked about the beginning of this story is like how she's like, "Oh yeah, my mom sucks."
Oh
Because
yes.
right off the bat,
Yeah.
the story is like, yeah, she definitely doesn't have a good relationship with her mother because
Mhm.
she is pretty much the one doing everything at home.
Oh yeah.
While her
all
mom,
the cooking, all the cleaning.
while her mom is just doing or working, and so she's
Right.
like, oh yeah, she's told that she should go live with her grandma.
Yep.
She's told that she should go live with her grandma, and so
Ah.
the first thing you think as an audience and that she
yes.
did was like,
Yeah.
oh yeah, cute grandma. It's like,
Oh
which
yes.
grandma
Yes.
doesn't love her grandkids
Oh yeah.
and
Yeah.
doesn't want to dot on them? So
Yep. Yep.
she has this delusion that even though her
gosh.
mom sucks,
Mhm.
her grandma would have a soft spot for her. Her grandma that she doesn't know.
Right. Never
that
met
she-
her in her life,
So
and she's 16.
so
So
the first time she gets like in there, she's like, "Oh, I'm
Yeah.
staying with my grandma." It's like,
yeah.
"Who the heck are you?" It's like, "I'm not grandma. I'm Tencho." It's like, "I'm the manager."
Yep.
And you're
When she first meet her, yeah.
you're like, and you're a
She-
freaking employee. So
Get to work. Oh wow. Yeah. So that I think just surprises you so fast. When I first saw that happen, she's told for her to call her Madam Manager, and so already she's going to have to work for her living in this place. Like, it's not a family like living situation.
Which, at the same time, it's not like her previous life was like any different.
Ooh, that's a good
The only
point.
difference with this one is that at least she's getting paid.
Ah, yes. A decent wage. Or, well, compared to what she was getting.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
My
this is like a too real life anime. Because it's just like this girl that thought that things were going to improve. But no, they didn't.
Yeah.
And so
reality
what
hits.
I liked is that
Yeah.
I mean, she's young and right off the bat she's also super energetic. So
Yes.
she's like, well, there's really, I mean, I can mop, but that's not gonna help. So either I adjust myself to the new environment and start to do something like I always have, or do nothing, get fired and get thrown away by the manager, because it's like it's not grandma, it's it's Madame Manager. So
yeah. So she's literally thrown into this, and she's forced to decide how she's gonna live. Because other than this, she wouldn't have a place to be or sleep.
Yeah, and so in this inn, there are more employees. So the employees' names are stupid shades.
oh yeah.
Minko,
Yep.
who is a kind of like a weird girl.
Yes.
She wants to be a chef, and there's some drama that we're gonna definitely talk about.
We will. And there's also Nako. Nako, yep. She's the other waitress at the inn.
Yeah, and the head waitress.
Tomoe.
She was Tomoe?
I believe so. Yeah, Tomoe. So she's kind of like an older waitress. She's like, you could describe her as the head waitress. But yeah, she's out of school. And a young adult.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We also have Toru, which is the sauce chef.
Yep.
Then Roku, which is like the handyman. And Renji-san, who's the head chef.
Oh yes, they call him Ren. Yeah, that's right.
And we have some others. We have Enishi, which is Ohana's uncle.
Yes. And then we have
Takako-san, which is
that was her name.
She's like the consultant.
Yes. Oh yeah, like the managing consultant that goes around. Yeah.
But
she's a funny character.
And there's a writer, right?
That's right. We see him rarely. We kind of see him most prominently in the first few episodes.
Oh, Jiromaru.
Oh, that's it.
Yeah. Jiromaru. I mean, everyone there is a character, and everyone there has some emotional baggage, which is one of the things that I liked.
Yeah.
Because, in this type of setting, the slice of life, and especially because since it's too real,
yes.
it's like every character has to have emotional baggage.
Yes.
Like everyone has, and the person who says that he doesn't have is because he has the most.
That's right. Yeah, everybody has something. Everybody is either, like emotional baggage. I would say even the Madame Manager struggles with things. I mean, even though she's like the most put together person.
Composed, she's
most composed.
She's like the one that has the most, probably.
Yes. Yeah, she does.
But I mean, one of the things from this anime is that Ohana, she's a self-started person. Because from the very beginning, I think that she learned, thanks to her mom, that no one is going to be beside her.
Oh, that's
so
right.
that if something needs to get done, she needs to take the initiative and do it. And a lot of times, like during the first episodes, she mess things up because she wants to take the initiative.
Right.
But at the same time, she's not used to asking for help or even for other people to teach her.
Right. She's not used to that. And so nobody gives her the training, or like nobody gives her a crash course of how to do things either. So yeah, she literally is thrown in this with hardly any knowledge of how to do things, and she makes some pretty big mistakes early on, and she even gets slapped for it. She gets slapped 3 times for messing up, for dropping the futon. Oh my gosh, that threw me so hard. And also for Ohana, with her mom, it was that she shouldn't rely on anybody else, or to only trust or only rely on herself. And those were some sad episodes when we see the flashback of her being alone in the middle school classroom.
In the parent-student like the activities. It's like
the teacher.
The mom
meetings.
sucks.
She does. She's too involved in her work to really pay attention or really be in.
I want to touch a little bit more about the mom because things get kind of like more convoluted. But
they do.
On her time at the beginning, she's just trying to make friends with her coworkers, trying to learn, because at least for Japanese ins, what anime has taught us. Because all my knowledge of Japanese culture comes from anime. So
please forgive us. We will try our best.
But it's like there's a certain etiquette in Japanese inns, at least for like the waitresses,
and how to treat customers,
how to address customers,
and how to let them basically experience the inn. Because in this anime, it shows the Japanese style of inn keeping and customer service, basically, with a very strict way of doing things. I noticed how the waitresses would go into the room and give the meals to the people inside of staying in the rooms, and it's on your knees. Open up the door. Of course, you like bow. Then you go in and bring in the food and serve it, and they have to wait there. Is that? I caught on that too.
That's part of the etiquette, because it's like they are literally servants, and apparently what anime has taught me is like the servants need to be there, because it's like even their posture has to be fixed.
Oh yes, all the time.
When they're walking, when they're like kneeling or whatever, it has to be fixed.
Always like, with the hands. With the hands in front of you at your waist, absolutely.
So
incredible.
She has to learn all of this, because I don't even think that her mom taught her like basic manners. So
not even that. Just how to cook and clean.
and I think that she learned those by herself.
I think so. In their apartment.
So she has always this explosive attitude. With a lot of energy. And then she learns with her friends, because at the same time she's a loyal friend, because she takes the fall a lot of times instead of her friends.
And she's willing to try, and she makes mistakes, but it's that energetic personality she has that makes her want to rise to the challenge.
Yeah, so as a main character, it's also really good because it's like,
Yes. Oh well, as you remember, when she was trying to get to know the other two girls, Minko and Nakuchi, she wasn't getting the help that she needed to really like be trained or to fit in with how to work well. And so with Minko is very tsundere, but also kind of jealous and kind of reserved, I would say. She, well, of course, Nakuchi is actually reserved in a quiet way, but Minko too, in a way that she doesn't want people to bother her or to kind of like get in her way, but in a way that she becomes angry at other people. She becomes terse and very like, die. So yeah, that's the very first thing that Minko tells Ohana, like, die. Shine. Because, well, of course, pulling out the plants, but then with, of course, the Toru situation, but also a lot of other things that Ohana was like messing up on. But yeah, with Nakochi, it was that she couldn't bring herself to tell Ohana how to do things, and so Ohana like cleaned a room when she was not supposed to, but then wasn't told anything even after the fact, anything at all. So yeah, Ohana took the fall for that, taking the blame, saying like, oh, she did tell me that, but I did it anyway, which wasn't true. So yeah, and then she totally gets in their faces to try to be better and try to like become friends with them by knocking them over physically and then telling them, I'm gonna make the dish that you hate the most.
Yeah,
that was hilarious. It's like, I'm gonna force you to eat it because that's what you hate the most. And it was so funny to me that
that was the punishment.
That
she
like, did it. Yeah,
that's so childish, but at the same time, it's just so genius.
It is.
It's like you're mad at someone. It's like, yeah, I'm gonna give you something that you don't like, and then we're even.
And then we're even. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Oh, it was so great. I loved it.
So yeah, her attitude pretty much makes like the entire atmosphere at the inn change, because it's also because of her that the situation like with the writer gets discovered, and then turns out that the writer was just like lazing around, saying like, oh yeah, put it in my tub, and then he ends up kidnapping.
Oh my goodness. Ooh, yes. Some bondage and then...
that was some weird stuff. I was like, what is this?
Right. First 3 episodes of the anime. Oh my gosh. But yeah, because without her, this wouldn't have happened, finding out that he is scamming them, or at least lying to them. But then you find out the Madam Manager knew all along, but then it was because of her energy and forcefulness that this happened. Oh, that was when they went to the sea, right? Yeah. Oh yeah. And then we see Nakuchi's swimming skills. Oh, that was a good episode.
Yeah, but Ohana is always like, oh, I want to shine. It's like,
oh yes,
that's pretty much what she says, and it's like, I forgot what's the word that she uses.
Sparkle, or what?
No,
or,
like
banburi.
No.
Oh, not that
oh boy. So she had this catchphrase that goes through the rest of the anime, and it was like, "Fest it up."
Yep.
Which was a combination of words.
Yeah.
And it was kind of like for her to get pumped, to don't get discouraged, to to fest it up.
Yeah, basically, yep. Give it your all.
And so like that kind of attitude kind of like remained for the rest of the anime, because all the other supporting characters kind of like based their change also on that, because Toru kind of was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna fest it up, and he wanted to try being the head chef, and Tomoe was also, oh yeah, I'm gonna fest it up.
Yes.
Even the grandma was like, yeah, I gotta fest it up, and the mom was like, I'm gonna fest it up at the end.
Very end. Yep. Oh, that's right. Oh, that was probably my favorite episode, by the way, when Tomoe decided to fest it up with the army, or no, with the survival games dudes. That was my favorite. Oh, but yes, yeah, that sums up the whole energetic side of her. Fest it up, her catchphrase. But even though a lot of the people were like, what the heck is that?
Yeah, what the heck is fest it up? It's like, that's not even a word.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And Minko hated her, and like also
Minko also created a new word, right?
Oh yeah, she did.
To avoid saying die.
Yeah. She came up with. I looked it up. I tried to figure it out, but
it was like
a Vietnamese,
like idiot and stupid or something like that.
Yeah, combined. Yeah, and so in the English dub, it wasn't even. It wasn't even like translated or anything. It was the sound. It was like balut or something, but it sounded something different. But yeah. Honburi or something like that.
Yeah, but I mean, all these characters, they change when these girls arrive, and one of the episodes that I like, it's and probably now we can discuss it, because it's when there's a review in a magazine saying like that the place was really bad, and so they see who wrote it, and it was Ohana's mom, and it's like, what the heck? It's like, that's like being stabbed in the back.
Because it's someone personal, it's someone you know, and she didn't even like go there recently.
Yeah, and so she goes to Tokyo to the office, gets to notice that her mom had been living again there for the longest time because she broke up with her boyfriend, and so she decided just to start living as a bachelor again. And so she was like, yo, what the heck? I'm literally breaking my back in a freaking inn, and you're here again? You're like and so, I mean, I do want to say something, because her mom was a good person. She was a terrible mother and a terrible daughter.
Okay, yes.
But she was a good person. Or rather than a good person, she was a competent adult.
Okay. That
because I mean, she was just doing her work, and at the same time, like when you learn about the circumstances, like they paid off the office to talk crap about that zone, because there's like a new set of resorts in a nearby area, so like you want the people to go.
Yeah, and the mother. She's a writer, an editor, basically. So yeah, if their like team's told to do something, they better do it because it's their job. So yeah, she writes this review, knocking the.
So yeah, and the mom is. I would say that she's pretty similar to her mother, to Ohana's grandma. Because she's stubborn at a fault.
Yep, she is.
But while Ohana's grandma was strict and disciplined, Ohana's mom was more of a free spirit
and independent.
Yeah.
And if she wants to live her life that way, she's gonna live her life that way.
And so like Ohana is like, yo, what the heck? She starts outside, like her office, just like, oh, she's
the
on fire,
signs.
like
yeah. Oh, that was such a great part. And she stayed there for a good chunk of the day.
yeah, for a couple days.
Mhm.
And I mean, something that we forgot to mention is that
Yes.
she has a childhood friend
Yes.
that she has a crush on, but she still hasn't admitted it.
Mhm.
And this childhood friend confessed to her before she left.
That's
So
right.
there's
So
this bit of drama when she comes
Yeah.
back to her mom, because
Yeah. Oh, and the thing is also with the kid, Ko-kun or Ko-chan, is that when he confessed to her, she didn't reply to him.
yeah, she
She
didn't
just
even
kind of-
friend zone him. She
She just kind of like, I don't even know, like, what did she do? I think he ran away, actually. I think she was on the slide, and she was saying how she would leave go to the inn. So he got upset and ran outside of the playground. Yeah. But yeah, back to the day when she goes back to Tokyo to protest against her mom.
Yeah, like she finished her protest and she tells them like, okay, yeah, like you think that we're so bad, like why don't you go there as a client? And then there's more drama, because then she goes there as a client, not as a daughter, not as a mother, and she's like, okay, please, like. Those episodes were really fun, because
those ones were,
at least you can
those
see
ones.
Ohana's, how she's so pissed that
I liked that. Yeah,
that her
was
mom is
especially
enjoying
good.
being a jerk.
Yes. Oh, yes. Yeah. Because the mom, she was even like refusing her to go to the inn because it was her job. She was told to do that. And she's like, why should I go back? Like, I don't want to. But then, and so yeah, that was pretty good. I liked the whole conflict between the two generations. That was really good. 3 generations to be exact. You know, that's a good point, because even though the grandma was in the background in the inn, it's still her presence is still
and I mean, a part of her grandma and the mother, like they know that the relationship is messed up and should be fixed, but at the same time, like they don't want to, because like it's kind of like worked out, so it's okay.
That was like the key drama, I would say, the whole anime, just them living their lives the way they chose to, but then knowing that maybe their relationship isn't where they want it to be.
Yeah, because the grandma wanted Hana's mom to take over the inn.
And that was the plan.
But then the mother was like, no, I don't want to, because I'm imprisoned here. So it was like, I'm gonna leave. And at the same time, Ohana's mom, she wanted her daughter to be a free spirit and a rebel. And Ohana wanted just order and discipline at the same time. So
she felt like the non-responsibility and independence wasn't good for her own mother. So it's like it goes from here to like here, and then it goes back. Or maybe from home to the city, back to home, if you think of the inn as home.
And so I guess like the turning point in the anime, it's that the inn is gonna close. So at the same time, Ohana is gonna lose her home, but she's kind of like at this point in her life where once she thought she had something, now it's gonna be taken away.
And she built it herself, or like she made a place for herself.
I mean, pretty much, because once she got there, like a lot of things changed with everyone. So so much drama. But I want to say that happened in some of the later episodes, maybe like
even past episode 16,
Yeah.
if I remember right. Yeah, it was close to the 20s of the anime, and oh yeah, it was because of the festival too, because the Bunbury festival was coming up, and the announcement was it's closing. It threw them all for a loop. Like, they were all pretty mad about it.
Yeah, especially Ohana's uncle, because he's like, no, I can do
especially
it. And
right.
you know, it was kind of hard, because like the mom had expectations for both her children's, and she wanted the daughter to you know, take over the inn, but she didn't want it. So like, I don't think that my son it's that good, which a lot of times, at least with these type of dramas, is like, boy, it's like, your favorite one of your children, which is more
the
capable.
Chosen one.
Yep,
the chosen child who's capable, who would be amazing, chooses not to do it, and so the second child, who's not as competent or even capable, shouldn't take over, is like it's taken away from him.
But you know, I mean, at the same time, I thought it was good, because at least for that type of kind of like mentality that I want to think of, like, let's say our grandparents, like the mentality of our grandparents is like they had these, like, they build their house, or they had a lot of, you know, terrains or like places. At least back in Mexico, that was like the tradition. Like, the grandpa had a huge amount of land, and then he started dividing it among their children, and their children started building like their homes there, and they started dividing it. And a lot of times that was that mentality of, you have to be this, you have to be, you know, like if they had like a business in the family, let's say like a restaurant, like, you have to take over the restaurant.
Right.
And in this case, it was kind of like the same, and then she realized, thanks to Ohana, it's like, no, like, I wanted your mother to take over, but you know what, like that was my dream with my husband. I wanted to run an inn, I wanted to be in the service, but it's like, you know what, I don't anymore, so I'm just gonna let it go. If my son wants to pick it up, it's because he wants to, not because he has that duty that I have to take care of the family business.
Right, because that was the dream I had.
Yeah.
You know that was really a very mature part of the anime. I agree too, because the grandma, the madam manager, she knew it was her dream, and we did mention that it was like her emotional baggage and whatnot. But that was very mature and very like knowledgeable of her to decide that to close the inn.
Yeah, because I mean, because it really wasn't like, I want my family to be together. No, it was more like, I want someone to take care of the business once I'm gone. And like, that's.
And if no one can at this moment, then it should close. That was also a really sad thing. I know we're talking about like the very end, but it's like she was like, for the younger people, I think they were thinking about it as like a family ordeal, or like a family matter, because they all wanted to keep it because it was the place they thought they should belong to. But from the older perspective, it was necessary to close that, and be willing to send out all the people to their own lives. Ooh, that! Oh my goodness, that may have been the most like mature like decision.
Yeah,
that was
because I mean,
incredible.
it was from there that they all got something better.
Right.
And
Separate ways, which is really
Yeah.
sad. In separate ways, but and Minko and Toru were kind of together, so that was
Yeah.
okay. But oh man, there was so much drama also that we could talk about there. But yeah, oh my goodness, yeah. Did you think though it had like a good ending though?
I liked the ending.
Oh okay. Oh yeah.
Yeah,
I was just a little like, well, I mean, Ohana went back to her mom's place, which I thought was good too. But yeah, the very end is like, she goes off outside of the apartment. Oh man,
Yeah,
what an ending.
but, I mean, she was still a minor, so she had to be with an adult, and
Yeah,
her
she's still in school.
her grandma pretty much kicked her out because she was like, "No, I'm
Right.
closing the inn." So,
Right, yeah. So nobody's in the inn. No one's gonna be taking care of it.
So, because
Yeah.
I mean, there was this rival inn, but it wouldn't have
yes.
felt right that she would have lived and worked in that other inn, because like there was not
Ooh,
really any
that's
other
a good
connection.
point. Yep. Not really, because even the granddaughter of that inn, even she was like doing her own thing too. Oh yeah.
Yeah, so it's like I did like the ending. I mean, the part what I
Yeah.
liked the ending was like the part with the mom kind of like snapped out of it and said like, "Oh yeah, you know what? I might have screwed up with my with my mom techniques in raising a child, because
She did.
your granddaughter wants
yeah.
to be like you."
Oh yeah, when they're at the festival.
Yeah,
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That was a really good closure for them.
but
Yeah.
it's like, yeah, overall, like all the endings, all the destinies for the rest of the characters.
Oh yeah. Oh yes.
It was. I thought it was good. It was kind of like,
Yeah.
they were either getting something better or
Right.
working towards
Working.
something better.
Yeah. Getting their reputation out there. I thought that was so fascinating with the chefs, especially with the head cook Ren. He's like the most experienced out of all of them, aside of course Madam Manager and the other guy.
Because he was
they
also
called
going to retire. So
Yeah,
the
he-
handyman.
The handyman guy, yeah.
Yeah.
They called him. What the heck did they call him? Oh man, they called him like Bean Man.
Bean Man, yeah.
and Ohana was like, "Oh, is it because he's small?" He was like, "No, it's because of his last name, or of his name." It was like, oh, "Okay, sure." But yeah, it's like, so the head chef, he went to another inn and basically had pretty good job security because everybody wanted him. Toru was helping Minko in getting a job, so I thought that was a pretty good touch, because of course they're still learning. I would say like chefs, it's more of like a harder thing for chefs to be in like an inn or like that type of setting, because it's not like they're at a restaurant, but more of that in environment of taking care of customers. So
I guess,
it's, yeah, it's more like it's more of that like career style for them.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
oh boy. What else? Well, I mean, I think we can touch
Oh, yeah.
a bit of the drama.
Ooh, yes.
Like the romance?
Yes. Oh my gosh. Okay. I remember I messaged you earlier in the week when I was watching it. And I remember episode 6 when Toru does something in the kitchen. When it was like the third time he did something, when I had the thought that he liked Ohana, like in a romantic way or something like
Yeah.
that, so, but then the problem is Minko has a huge crush on Toru.
Yeah, but is it just like admiration or actual crush? Cause
so
it was
I
hard
was
for
trying
me.
to figure that out. Yeah, like I would say it's a romantic way, but
mostly admiration and like gratefulness, because Toru got her the job.
Exactly.
And it was, you know, it was kind of like her resentment towards Ohana was like, you're not kind of like good enough for Toru.
Right. It was
not like
that.
It's not like I can be better, but rather like you're not on his level.
Exactly. or not even like I should be the one by his side.
Yeah.
But it's like exactly what you said.
Like she had it in this pedestal of like,
right, Toru's here, you're over there, so you should stay, like you're the new girl type of thing. But so Minko, she is kind of like she's a new assistant or like a new worker in the kitchen, and because Toru is the assistant chef or like training
the sauce chef.
That's it. And oh yeah, that's right, because Minko isn't even really like cooking anything, I would say. She's mostly cleaning or prepping. So I would say admiration, especially near the end when she was like, how could you trample on Toru's feelings like that? But she never really except for those last few episodes where they actually did fight outright and really like yell at each other. Miko is very more bottled up, and that's why she gets so mad, I would say. I
mean, to be fair, Ohana, she was kind of oblivious.
She was, and that's her weakness.
She was a heartbreaker.
She was. Oh, she
not
is,
only with Kochan or Toru, but also with the other manager of the other inn when they go in the field trip.
Oh crap! Ooh, dude, dude. Oh, I forgot
and
about
that other manager is like
with the fruit.
Do you remember the name of the girl? Yuina.
That's it. Yeah.
Yeah. So Yuina also had this kind of like arranged marriage kind of thing with another guy from another inn.
Yep.
So they were kind of like this kind of merger, and we're kind of coming back again. Are like, oh yeah, like you're gonna take over.
Back to that whole thing. Yeah.
But it's like this guy.
Oh yes.
Well, like you know what? Like,
manager in
you're
training.
good, but like I don't want anyone like you. I want someone like Ohana. She's pretty good.
Like she's energetic. She wants to work. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Like when I was watching that, I was like, you idiot. But I was doing that to Kochan too. So I guess that's fair. But yeah, it all stems from Ohana being oblivious because Yuina, she isn't used to working. She wasn't entirely sure if she wanted to work in it, in an inn at all. But it's like their marriage was almost it pretty much was called off. But then that was it's during the school field trip. I thought that was a little weird though, that they went to that inn where he's like the fiance to her. Oh man, it was a little odd because like the school, of course the school has like, they do all the preparation and stuff. But yeah. And oh my gosh.
Yeah, I mean...
So she does kind of come in between other people's...
Yeah, I mean, when she goes to Tokyo, she kind of like also was just teasing Kochan while Kochan was already being flirted. He was being flirted by another girl.
And that whole situation. And
he was like, hey, Kochan, remember me? I'm like...
But
it kind of got fixed, because at the end, she realized
that she was the jerk, because she literally said to the girl who confessed. Wait a second, who? Oh man, I'm trying to remember. It was on the bench.
Yeah, it was a girl from like working on the library.
Yes, that's what it was. Yeah, they were talking, and then she was like, "That's unfair that he didn't." That he give you an answer, and then she realized that she was the one who ultimately didn't do that for the first time. So yeah, she was the jerk. Oh yes, that's right. But yeah, Minko, maybe she did have romantic. Maybe Minko did have romantic feelings for Toru. I would probably say yes. Maybe, but yeah, she always gets like flustered or blushes. But yeah, I definitely shipped them. But yeah, I didn't want Toru to end up with Ohana. I wanted Minko to be happy.
Yeah.
So yeah, oh well.
And Ohana already had someone. So
yeah, that's the thing. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a great anime. You know, it is. It was kind of hard to talk about it because it's like I really don't want to touch on like the plot because we would be like, oh yeah, and then Ohana is doing this and this. So, it's kind of like
there are a lot of
it was kind of good touching more about like what kind of people the characters are.
Yeah.
Because overall like the anime is like a slice of life, so it's just like how they would go at a Japanese inn.
Exactly.
And there's really not much to describe. It's like
and that's
they just have to follow this etiquette, and there are clients and regular clients coming back, and
how are they treated? And how are the waitresses like using their strengths to help them?
And really like the things that draws you to this show is like how these characters perform in those situations, which if we go too deep into those situations, we're gonna spoil completely everything.
Right, and
remember with that we don't do that. So
wait, what?
we don't do heavy spoilers.
That's right. Yeah. So yeah, go watch it. It's really good. I really liked it. It's highly recommended. My highlight was the survival games with the guns and the sneaking about. Oh, that was so funny. But yeah, definitely worth a watch. I'd give it I think it's really worth it to watch because it's from PA Works. So that's like my 100% go watch it.
Yeah, that one is actually in my favorites, and that is one of the few that are my favorites that I rewatch.
Oh, there you go.
Because I have my favorites that I rewatch more than one.
Oh, right.
Point taken.
Oh, yes.
And my favorites that I watch only once. For example, Ohana.
Oh, yes. Oh, gosh. Or like Violet Evergarden.
No, I've watched Violet Evergarden more than once.
Oh, you have? Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Well, I guess if I count rewatching with family, then maybe.
Yeah, but
yeah. Oh, yeah.
Clannad, I have not watched Clannad more than once. I mean, there are some scenes that I can like, I feel like, I want to cry a little bit. It's like, I got to the main one like, oh boy. But yeah, this was episode 66. We recommend you to watch this anime. And I mean, this is not important for the anime, but whenever I'm playing like any female characters in video games, the name that I choose is Ohana.
Oh, there you go. Oh, yes.
But yeah, this was episode 66. I hope you guys liked it.
Yep. See you next time.
And keep watching anime.